music has ceased. Everyone can hear us. No, look, the Most High brought a tranquil calm. I can't even hear that car rolling. That's crazy. That means the angel. Yeah, be spiritual, man. Read it and don't strain yourself.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 22. For we know the whole creation groaneth and traveleth in pain together until now.
Now the whole creation is groaning. Why?
And not only they, but ourselves also.
Why? Why is the whole creation sad? The earth, the animals,
which have the first fruit of the Spirit.
Hold on. Why? Why is the creation sad? You all right? It's okay. Get that in the Bible. The Song of the Three Holy Children. And give me verse 8. Why is the whole creation sad? Why are the animals sad? You ever look at a polar bear? If an animal ever looks sad, it's the polar bear. He just look miserable, man. Because he do not know where his next meal is coming from. That's an animal that hunts with polar ice. And the way the Most High gave him an instinct, he would track the seals because he could smell them through the ice. Now, seals got to come up for air. Polar bear is a big bear. It ain't no zoo bear. It's the biggest of bears.
Zoo bear.
Look, he look miserable. Look, he's not a zoo bear. This bear is almost 1,000, maybe 1,300 pounds.
In the desert of New Mexico.
He can jump and break the ice with his front two paws, which are about this wide. One paw is about that wide, right? When he breaks the ice, not only can he do that, he can swim. So then he jump in.
He go get it.
Remember, the seal needs to breathe, so he can't swim away. He's purposely stopped to get air. So it's mathematics. He's exhausted now. He can't get away. You understand? And that's how he gets his meal. Esau done took that from him. The polar ice is finished. The seal is laughing because you can't get me now. Because I can come up for air anywhere. All these holes in this ice, man. I seen a video of a polar bear on a block of ice about this big, and he's sitting on top of it floating, trying to get a break from swimming because he has to swim so far to the next ice block, man. The whole creation is groaning, man. You go to the Atlantic Ocean, they got a mile-wide radius of plastic. I just seen it on Facebook. A sperm whale just beached itself, and it had 1,300 pounds of plastic in its stomach. That's why it died. Anybody seen the video of the sea turtle with a straw up his nose, and they had to pull it out with the pliers, and the creature was crying, man, from the pain. I'm not even talking about what Esau does to us. I'm talking about creation, right?
Right. They destroy everything.
Everything they touch.
Read it again.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and traveleth in pain together until now.
Until now, man. That means today. Come on.
And not only they, but ourselves also.
And us also. Now look at us. We just seen on Facebook a pregnant woman just got shot 5 times. You a cop. You had basic training. You got a vest on. You got a nightstick, billy club, taser, and your pistol. And pepper spray. And you got a woman in front of you. You got a utility belt like Batman. You got non-lethal, 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 lethal. And you got a woman in front of you. The whole creation groaneth, and us too, man. Because when that Edomite was running in circles and that cop was chasing him, and he jumped in the cop car and almost ran the cop over, what the cop do? He didn't go to that lethal. What about the dude that had the shotgun and was walking up on the cop? Shoot me, dude! Shoot me, dude! And was walking the cop down, and the cop fell.
Right.
And got back up. Stop it! They're not doing that for us. They're killing our women. They're killing our sons.
With no mercy.
Our kids was playing with a cap gun 2 weeks ago over in Ohio, playing with a cap gun, and they knew it was a cap gun, and all he did was say, hey, put down the gun, pal. Shot the kid in the thigh, man. It's a kid, man. I used to play with cap guns. I said that last week. I played with BB guns when I was a kid. I deserve to be shot? Come on, man. The whole creation is groaning, man. The Most High got to take this devil off here. Read on.
Which have the first fruit of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves.
Why?
Waiting for the adoption, to wit the redemption of our body. For we are saved by hope.
Come on.
But hope that is seen is not hope.
Hope that is seen is what?
Not hope.
Why?
For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for?
That's an easy, come on, man. Come on, man. Paul was keeping it real, man. Okay. He said, look, man. When you see something, what you got to hope for it's right there.
Right there in your face.
Okay, sister, you want to come on this
You
side?
can come on up some.
Come.
There you go. We don't want to block so people can walk.
Yeah, we prefer the
So just
sisters
come
come
on
here
up. Y'all come on up.
so that we put a man right by you.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. You want some water? Hey, you know, y'all welcome to some water. Y'all want water? Okay.
You got it.
Yo, you alright?
Such belongs to the kingdom of God. You don't come as a little child, your ass won't get in. That's how I'm saying the move. That's how my brother's keeper. That's my brother's keeper.
Alright, calm down though. Calm down.
Brother got some spirits on him, man.
Just remain calm. Let the word come out.
Brother got spirits on him, man.
Okay.
Brother got
Okay.
spirits on him, bro.
Give me Job 37 and 19. Not you.
You said 1 and 3 holy?
Nah, we passed it.
Alright.
Give me Job 37 and 19. Read what you got.
But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
What I just been talking about, patience, man. Elder, you want to sit down? You welcome to sit down. Patience, man. We gotta wait for the kingdom. That's why we groaning. I'll be thinking about rulership every single day.
Every day. God.
Hey, if you come into our group chat, we be talking about how we're gonna break Esau down. We talk about how we're gonna trade our Edomites. That's meditating on the kingdom, man. We was passing some good scriptures about how to beat a slave.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
We're not gonna get into that because that requires a breakdown. We're not gonna get into that. Our faith is this. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Let's bring it out.
Psalms 147 and 18.
Let's bring it out.
And look, the sister just rolled up and I'm speaking casual. So it might seem that I'm being disrespectful. She don't understand. But I'm gonna be patient and explain. You know, listen. This is our faith. Come on.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes.
13 and 9, Revelation.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12.
This is our discipline. Read.
In verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That is our discipline. This is our understanding. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 18. He sendeth out his word and melteth them. He causes his what? He causes
19.
Verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
That right there is our constitution. And this is our faith. Read this. Revelation.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9.
This is our faith.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's our faith. All right? We believe that we are the Hebrew Israelites. We have to keep God's laws. We have to keep faith that his son died to adopt us back into the covenant, and we will have revenge on those that have oppressed us and our forefathers.
That's right.
That is the whole entirety of the doctrine from the Old Testament to the end of the book. Read it again. And then you give me Ezekiel 25:14. Battery gonna die.
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
Bring it out.
It's all
If
right.
any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword
Must be killed with the sword.
Here is
The patience and the faith of the saints.
Now, wait a minute. She said the white man. She know that. Because look, if you led somebody into captivity and you're going into captivity, that means somebody has to put you into captivity.
Right. That's right.
If you kill somebody with the sword, and you must be killed with the sword, someone's gonna have to lift the sword that kills you.
Right.
We should be running all of this. Not the white man.
That's right.
Say it again, sister.
We should be running all this. That's right.
That's right. Ba'Shem Mashiach.
Shema.
What you got? What you got?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, and verse 14.
Bring it out.
I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel.
Who's gonna do the revenging?
By the hand of my people, Israel.
Now I know the Bible says vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, right?
That's right.
But how is the Most High gonna do it? Read it again.
I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel.
See, the Most High don't have to do nothing. The Most High is the ultimate head coach. He writes the play, and you do it.
That's right.
And guess what? He get the credit for the win
As he should.
because he chose the people.
As he should.
Get your precept.
Come on, Aaron. Bring it out.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter
Bring
149,
it out loud.
verse 5.
Bring it out.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
That's right.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people.
That's right.
To bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord.
Give me Revelation 14 and start at verse
You
1.
got like 15 in your pocket.
Give me Revelation 14 and 1.
Y'all got it?
Book of Revelation 14 verse 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Does that mean the Most High took a pen, right? And wrote Yahweh on your head? It does it? It's spiritual? So doesn't that mean that the mark of the beast that you get in your hand and your foot, ain't that spiritual too?
Khan.
I'm asking. Did the Most High take a chisel and draw his name in your head? No. It means his laws is in your mind. Anybody that has the mark of the beast in their forehead and their hand mean the wickedness is in your mind and your right hand. You perform the act. Y'all understand?
You're not performing.
How do you know if you have the mark of the beast? Listen to my explanation system. It means that you have wickedness in your mind and you set to do it, and your right hand is the performance of the action. You understand? Right hand, your strength is your right hand. And that's what you do and perform things with, according to scripture. That's Hebrew slang. But then brothers don't like that. You know, brothers say it's the chip. Listen, and we never talked about this at Kid. Today's a better day than any day. The chip has been here. When I go to the supermarket and I pay for food, it says insert chip. No, brother. No, brother. The word is karagma, which means to cut or make an incision. You lying. You lying. Because when you go to the Strongs, it don't mean that. Karagma means to make an imprint like a brand. And ain't nobody gonna get the Most High's brand. Give me Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Got chips in your phone?
Listen, I'm not scoffing the brothers that teach that it's the chip. Because I'm about to say something, but I'm gonna explain my position first, because I can, because ain't nobody here to rebuttal. So I'm gonna explain my position. Ezekiel 9 and 4.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, in verse 4.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
You gotta read that again. Come on, like this is ridiculous.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, in verse 4.
Bring it out.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
So now, is the Most High gonna brand me with a mark on my head? Revelation 13:16. Everybody will agree that that's spiritual. Yes?
Con.
Certain brothers don't agree. Certain brothers say, nah, brother, the charagma, brother. And I get it. I get it. But stop lying. Charagma does not mean to make an incision, to cut. That's
go over there with the brother, man.
Hey, yo, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Oh, you all right?
Dialogue. I think it's just dialogue.
They just building.
I thought
They
him
building.
was by itself there.
They building. They building.
Did you do Philippians already? 3:14.
Hold on. No side care. No side care. If you're going to talk to him, take him down the block, you know? We teach you. Hey, where'd you get the fish? Hey, where'd you get the fish symbol on your chest? Do you know the history of it? You don't know. That's what I'm saying. You have people that represent things but didn't learn it. They represent things but didn't learn it. I'm not trying to embarrass the brother. I'm gonna try to teach him. But he don't want to be taught. He wants to be a teacher. But remember, the Bible said those who wish to be teachers have need to be taught again. That's what we're doing out here. We instructing with the scripture. We're not just speaking our own words and our own thoughts. We come and thus saith the Lord or nothing. Now, Revelation 13:16.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Now, brothers try to say that this means to cut, to make an incision, and in doing that, they say that's why it has to be the chip, the RFID chip. It does not mean to cut or make an incision. Here's the Strong's Concordance: a sculpture, an engraving, a stamp, or a sign. So then you'll have another brother come and say, well, you dummy, what is an engraving? You're cutting into something. That's not the same thing as an incision and inserting an object.
Right.
Now, if you could be that petty to say engraving means to cut, we bend in a lot of quarters. Because to cut, there is a word for cutting. The word when they said the Bible is a two-edged sword, cutting to the bone and marrow, is not charagma. Understand that. Let's get another word that uses that. Give me Romans.
Yeah, he got a question. 16, 17.
No, Acts 17:29. Give me Acts 17:29. We talking about charagma only. All we talking about is charagma. Give me Acts 17:29. Because brothers lie again and say the Most High had it where they only use that word in the book of Revelation and only right there. So that is for a reason, brother. So it has to be the RFID chip, because the Most High had the prophet use a specific word to describe it that they didn't use nowhere else. You lying. Charagma appears in other places. Read.
The book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 29.
What that say?
For as much then as we are the offspring of the Most High, we ought not to think that the God forehead is like unto gold and silver or stone, graven by an art or man device.
Graven right there is charagmati. Same word, just a different suffix. Charagmati, same root word. Means graven, to engrave, right? The same thing it meant in Ezekiel 9 and 4. Set a mark upon their forehead, and a stamp or a sign. It's spiritual, brothers. The mark of the beast is spiritual. Guess what? Guess what? You tell look, there's so many arguments for why it has to be the chip. The next place the brothers go is because when you get this mark, you cannot repent. So if you say the mark of the beast is sin, then we all have the mark of the beast and we're all damned. Nobody never said that. The mark of the beast is being sold out to do wickedness. There is no repentance for willful
sinning. Bless, right?
That's why you can't repent, because you willfully choosing to be a demon. You want to be with Satan. You know the truth of God and reject it wholesale. You have the mark of the beast. And you have it in your right hand because you're going to do those wicked acts all the time. Y'all understand? Brothers that saying it's the chip, look, the chip is technology. It's going to allow you, no man may buy or sell without this mark. That's the next stronghold. You can't buy or sell without this mark. Doesn't the Bible say buy the truth and sell it not? I'm asking you. The Bible says buy the truth and sell it not, right? Without this mark, you cannot buy and sell. Is it carnal or is it spiritual, man?
Spiritual.
It's spiritual, man.